Killed the dinosaurs. The Ice Age.
It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. What's up, everyone? What is up? There, music going again. It is chilly. It is. Oh, it's that time of the year. It's that time of the year. It's flipping cold. I know. It is like, normally the temperature gets cold at night. Usually overnight you see your temperatures drop. No, today the temperature is dropping throughout the day. It's like, I think as it is right now outside, it is negative 18 Celsius. The air temperature in my garage is 17, but the garage is not that warm. Introducing new Gemini voice. Clear all, go away. Yeah, it's a bit nipply out. It's a bit chilly out. Negative 20 C. Yeah, it is cold. It is cold in the D. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? What are we doing today? What are we doing today? Well, we've got an actual bunch of stuff to do today. If you are a channel member or a Patreon supporter, I hope you participated in yesterday's live stream. We did a channel member live stream yesterday, and we got this installed. We got that installed. And guess what? I'm going to take it right off because I got to fix something. I got to adjust something on it. You in there, put you in there so I don't lose you. There we go. You go over there. We got to take it off because I got to change out a part to put the original mount back on for the PCB because I don't need it where it is now because we don't need the clearance anymore now that I have fixed. So we got the mount working. We have the proper mount on it. It is working. It is nice and rigid. Well, as rigid as it can be for this kind of work. So happy, joy. Happy, joy. +8 in Manchester. I'll be in Manchester in 41 days, I believe. Actually, I don't know what it is off the top of my head. I just remember when I bought my ticket, it said 43 days. So, and I think I bought my ticket on Tuesday. So I think we're at 41 or 40. I don't know. Anyways, I'll be in Manchester in a bit. So what are we doing today? Well, today, if all goes well, we will be able to do some firmware shenanigans. If all goes well, we will be able to do some work on this and hopefully get it all actually wired up, plumbed in, and doing stuff. Hopefully, if all goes well. So first thing I'm going to do is we got to swap this board. I don't like... we catted up on the Tuesday stream a different mount for this board to raise it up. Turns out we don't actually need it. I don't think so because clearance isn't really a problem because I've gone ahead and modified this mount to work with this and made all the clearance. And we did a bunch of faffing yesterday on the stream. We had to faff around with a bit to get it all working. So if that's something you enjoy doing, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're lucky, somebody gives you a membership because that's what we did on the member stream yesterday. It was a little bit of extra content. Whew. And then also, don't forget, was it yesterday? Oh yeah, yes, Wednesday was the member stream. Yesterday was a Twitch stream, that's right. Yesterday was a Twitch stream, because we stream on Twitch now, and we are, if all goes well, I'm going to try and do a stream Sunday, we'll see, because apparently we're supposed to get a pretty big snowstorm on Sunday. It'll be Sunday or Monday. We will be finishing Black Mesa. So I've never actually beaten Half-Life 1, ever. I played it on PS2. I remember renting it on PS2 when I was a kid, well, a teen. And I got to like the Zen levels and then I couldn't figure out what to do and I never beat it. I got that far because I had to return it and the Zen levels were annoying me. So I never actually finished Half-Life 2 or Half-Life 1. I've beaten Half-Life 2 and the expansions and whatnot. But we started playing through Black Mesa and on stream there because the goal is to use the Twitch streams to finish a bunch of games that I've been meaning to finish, and Black Mesa was one of them. So we're almost done. And apparently the Zen missions are much better now in Black Mesa, the remake. It's not really a remake, is it? it's a fan, it's a fan project that somehow Valve, like, when you think about it, Valve basically let a bunch of well, not randos, but a bunch of people just like, yeah, we're going to take your original game and just remake it and sell it for profit. And Valve's like, okay, have fun. Like, I know it started as like a mod, but like the fact that Valve just let them, that'd be like, hey guys, I'm going to make a new Halo. It's going to just be Halo, the original Halo, CE. I'm making it now instead of Bungie because, you know, or whatever 343 Industries, because we know they can't make a proper Halo game to save their life. So how's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's warm. Oh yeah, I need to put the overlays back on. Thank you for reminding me. Overlay. 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 Don't think I have one on. Did I turn the desktop one off? Yeah, turn the desktop. No, I don't think we're gonna need it. Ooh, I could turn Spooky Vision back on. Spooky. We don't need that one yet. So yeah, so today, if all goes well, we should be finishing up we're pretty close to finishing up everything above board on this to get the mounted. We have to just finish up installing the umbilical, plug it in, and then once it's plugged in, we can start doing firmware shenanigans. That should be fun. Hopefully, I got a feeling I'm gonna have to update everything. I got a feeling everything's gonna be out of date in terms of the clipper install. So that's gonna be fun. Trust Bungie. I don't know. Marathon is coming out soon, and as somebody who actually played and enjoyed the original marathons, like the original marathons, I'm cautiously optimistic, although it's a looter shooter, and I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of looter shooters. They're not my jam. But apparently there is a plot to the game. We'll see. Apparently they somehow have a plot to that game, but we'll see. Marathon goes way back. I know. I mean, technically it goes all the way back to like Pathways into Darkness, if you want to go that far back and of the lore. Because a lot of the early Halo, I remember the early days of Halo lore examinations where like people were trying to figure out like all the hidden meanings to everything, because Bungie likes putting hidden meanings in things. How much stuff from the original like Halo, the original 3 Halos, like kind of hinted at stuff from Marathon in terms of reclaimers and the cyborg itself and whatnot. Like there's lore and them dar stuff. Never get into FPS games? I like them. It depends on the game. I'll be honest, in terms of games, I think Baldur's Gate broke me, because now I expect a little too much out of games. Like in terms of like interactivity. Like I'm liking playing through Black Mesa, but it's like I like the visual storytelling in Black Mesa. You have to like actually kind of pay attention to set pieces in the environmental storytelling. I like that stuff. But like, let's be honest, the original story of Half-Life is bland AF. Bad thing happen, escape base while people try to kill you. That's about it. G-Man show up at it and give you a job. Wow, the dream of everyone who graduates college, a job. It's yeah. Okay, so hopefully that all clears that. Oh, look at that, it does. Sort of. Hopefully. Is that clear? Oh, that just barely clears. Okay. Let's get this mounted up. So you got to plug in here. Why do I have the bats mode text? Where are you? Where are you on? Oh, I turned the wrong thing off. Overlay. There's he. Excuse me. Soldier of Fortune 2. Oh, geez, I remember that. Is the printer getting renamed? I don't think we ever officially named this printer. It's just kind of sort of been LDO Kit V2. Because it's just an LDO Kit V2, right? There's nothing... It's not like Tallboy or like... Okay, line up. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I don't think we ever properly named this printer. It does have a gray frame, maybe starting point. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, that's tight. That's tight. There we go. So voila, le Jabberwocky. And then we just come up here and it goes cut. Cut that filament. Cut that filament. Yeah, cut that filament. Okay. Clean up this tool head now. Some zip ties. The lights are really blowing out the extrusions. What lights? I mean, I did drop the ISO. Shouldn't be too bad overpowered in terms of brightness. I can turn one of the lights down once. Turn you down. No, you get bright, you get low. There we go. There we go. It is chilly. It is chilly. Extrusions are fine on your end? Okay. So let's do a little cable management to make this look not like butt. It is chilly. So what's exciting right now? What's everyone up to? What's the current, what's currently hot in the world of additive manufacturing? I did reach out. Centauri, Elegoo did reach out and they're like, hey, do you want to try a Centauri Carbon 2? And I'm like, sure, send it. And I haven't heard anything back from them. So there's that. Oh, announcement. Hey, guess what? I remembered my YouTube password. I know this is a joke because I stream on YouTube, but I'm making the joke because I'm making the joke. There's a video on the channel. There's a new video on the channel. It will be public tomorrow morning. But if you are a channel member, a Patreon supporter, if you're a Twitch sub and you're on the Discord, in the member section, I posted the link, or you could just get it through YouTube if you're a YouTube member, or Patreon if you're a Patreon supporter. So there is a video on the channel tomorrow. It is about the Venture XL and me just talking about everything I've had to do to it to get it to where it's at now, where it's actually kind of printing okay. So if you want to know everything I've had to do to that Venture XL to get it functional and happy and, you know, actually printing good, that is tomorrow's video on the channel. And I'm already working on next week's video. So content is returning. I hate putting in zip ties when you can't see where the zip ties got to go. And you're just like, where you go, zip tie? Do you go through here? Okay, you go through there. Okay. I mean, I could just lift it up to get room in there. What are you hitting? Oh, you don't go that way. Okay. Eating the stream. There is 22 in my playlist of Venture XL content. There are 22 things. I think only one of them is a video. The rest are live streams. So I will say, I think I make a joke about it in the video. You could fit, if you are a YouTube creator and you're looking for a 3D printer that will give you plenty of content, get a Venture XL. And live stream all the work you have to do to it to get it kind of working good. Because yeah, there's plenty of content. This bad boy can fit so much content in it. Oh my god, trying to get or the Orange Storm, yeah, is betting a lot on Marathon. Yeah, I really think if Bungie doesn't knock it out of the park with Marathon, I know they went back to the oven. They went back to the oven. They went back to the kitchen with it to rework some stuff. So hopefully they've kind of fixed some stuff and it's a bit better. But cautiously wait and see is kind of my go-to. I just got this mass of wires here I can't really do anything with because I can't really... I want to zip tie them to something, but I got nothing to zip tie them to. Yeah, enclosed. Literally, like, the majority of the print quality issues I had with the printer only cropped up once I enclosed it. Prior to me enclosing the printer, I had a bunch of issues that weren't really issues. It's just the moment you enclose that printer, some things become issues. And, yeah. Good old thermal expansion. If only we could get rid of those pesky laws of thermodynamics, right, guys? If we could just get rid of the laws of thermodynamics, it'd be so much easier. But no! Can't. I'm just gonna cheat. We cheating, we're cheating. I'm zip tying this in a way that you probably should never zip tie something. But F it. Oh, great. And this zip tie doesn't have the stupid lock. There we go. I mean, who cares? It's a zip tie. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this should clear that. Ooh, do we got clearance? Yep, we got clearance. Does anyone have a link? Apparently there's like a little print I got to print to stick on the back of this so that I can hit the end stop. Because this unfortunately doesn't hit the end stop, so I have to put like a thing on the back of this, which is going to be annoying. Because unfortunately I don't have an extra end stop in here, an end stop position, so I am going to have to put an end stop in that. But that's a minor thing in the grand scheme of things. Okay. Hey Matt, Taylor, would you love, or I would still love to see you print an ASA CFX axis to replace the aluminum? Like what? Just like straight up print a 2020 extrusion? That I don't have a printer big enough to do that, and I don't think a printed X-axis would work that good. I don't think it would. What I might actually do, I think I have some titanium backers that I might put on the back of that extrusion. They're not obviously long enough, but I can, you know, just put them side by side and just put a little overlap piece or something. That is something I might try. We'll see. But okay, so you go there. plug in our board. I think I installed this backwards. Is that supposed to go like that? Yeah, that goes like that, I guess. Okay. And then we got to take this off because now we are installing our drag chain. So that'll be fun. Matt gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciated. Our best way to support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do is become a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool like Matt, gifting a community membership. So we are doing a little bit of cheating on this. I am removing this little bridge piece here, and we have this new mount, and I'm going to have to do some cutting to this because we're going to run the wires through this because why not? Hopefully this works. There we go. So I'm hoping we can just kind of you go in there. Aha. And then that will mount like that. And there we go. Wow, look at that. That looks like I know what I'm doing. Kind of, sort of, a little. Wow, there we go. That does work good. Okay, I think I have to put some heat sets in here though. Heat set iron on. Where's that tape? I think I threw it out. I gotta go get some tape. I need some black tape. Do I have black tape anywhere? It's downstairs. Of course it's downstairs. I gotta run downstairs and grab it. What tool head is this? This is the Jabberwocky tool head, and I'm gonna walk and talk. We're putting the Jabberwocky on because it has a filament cutter. So we need something with a filament cutter so I can hook it up to the Bigtree Tech VVD and also the box turtle because we're playing around with both of those. So we need something to test it with. And so that's what this machine is going to be. This is going to be my Voron with a filament cutter because I don't have a Voron with a filament cutter. So this is going to be my Voron with a filament cutter so that I can try out stuff that needs filament cutters. If you're wondering what I'm doing, this thing is supposed to have a end stop in the front. I don't need the end stop, so I'm just covering it with a piece of tape. We'll do a little hiding, make it look good. Because remember guys, it's not about how good the printer actually prints. It has to look good. Could do it diagonally. I really don't think a 3D printed part would function that good for the X-axis. Also, I would still have expansion issues on the or on the rear extrusion as well. Although, I might hit up Fabrico because Fabrico is building a Venture XL for somebody. And they have active heaters in it, I think. So I'll talk to them and see what they're doing for the... if they have any issues with the thermal expansion and see what they say. Would be content. It would be content, but it would be something to do for content and then immediately have to undo. Which... Okay, there we go. Hide that, put some heat sets in. It's gonna be cold tomorrow. It is like, I can't believe how cold it's getting. Like even from like this morning till now, it's dropped like 5 degrees out. I'm gonna need, what's his name? Jake Gyllenhaal or whatever his name is, to come save us and we can live in a library. Or whatever that shitty movie they do when the temperature freezes outside. The Day After Tomorrow. Out of all the movies to ever exist, it was one of them. Okay, where did I put the... lose the screws for this? Oh, here they are. Okay, these might be too long. These screws are too long. What are these? Those are 12s. Of course, some M510s or M310s. Isn't a one-time thing. Such movies always irk me. I don't know. I personally think we're pretty close to societal collapse. So, don't need to plan for retirement if the world ends before you retire, right? Where are my fellow millennials at, right? I think I figured out subconsciously why zombies were so popular for that period there. It was because, like, we kind of, our generation instinctively kind of had a feeling that everything was going to go to shit, and it was a coping mechanism. Like, I think that's why zombie stuff was so popular with millennials during, like, the early 2000s. They were just prepping our generation to accept the fact that everything's going to go to shit, and we're screwed. There we go. So that will do that. And then we have this guy here, which I'm going to need M3/8s probably. I'm a Zennial. Yeah, you're right on the edge there, Chevron. I'm smack dab in the middle of the millennials. I was born in '88, so I'm right in the middle of all the millennials. Okay, switch this over, punch it in so you guys can see a little bit better. So we are using what's called the PUG, which is, I don't know what it stands for, but we're using it. It's like a 3D printed strain relief thing. So that's what we're using here for this cable, because this is that cable. I also need wire. Where did I put the wire? Where did I put my umbilical wire for this? I know I have it somewhere. Where did I put it? I know I have some springy wire. Where did I put it? It is on the other side of the garage. Please tell me it's on the other side of the garage. I think I have some extra too, but I want to see if I have any left over from the venture. No, it's not over here. Oh man, it is so cold on the other side of the garage. I've got my like fake door to separate the garage in half, and it doesn't really do much, but it just kind of prevents like air movement between this side of the garage and the other side. And yeah, it's chilly on the other side of the garage. Get one of these, I think. Nope, not this guy. Although I do need you. On this one. There we go. So this Jabberwocky kit box empty. Why do I have you then? You're empty. That's it. Okay. Okay. So actually, for now, I'm just going to reuse this one because might as well. What is the point of this? Because you have your umbilicals on the back, unless you're supposed to like, you just attach it to that. What is the point of this? I put this in backwards. Flip this around. I don't like that. That's a dumb spot for it. No, you can't put it that way. It only does go that way. Okay, I guess it does go that way, but... Okay. Pug is the best. Pug as a umbilical concept, yes. Pug as in the animal, no. Don't ever get a pug. They should not exist. They are a affront upon nature. Did I put the right one in? Ah. Yes. Okay, so you go in the back. Okay, so you go there. Actually, I can put this together beforehand. There we go. So much fun. Can't see. Shoot. Okay, 1 second. There we go. Yeah, I'm not a fan of those like designer dogs that are just, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. Flat-faced cats. Yeah, it's just sad. I'm sorry, it's just sad. Like what dog is it that can't even like they can't even naturally like breed because they have to have C-sections because their like hips are all effed up from inbreeding and whatnot. It's just sad. French Bulldog? Okay, Bulldogs, that's what it is. Yeah. It's like millions of years of evolution, billions of years of evolution, and in 10,000 years, in like what, 10, 15, 20,000 years of selective breeding by humans, we've managed to F them up that much. Why aren't you biting? Come on. There we go. Okay. I don't know where you're supposed to attach this to. Oh, I got a magnet. Yeah, we have a Shepherd Husky. He is 14 years old, and he's been pretty healthy up until the last little bit. So, I will say, in terms of like, ooh, this is a flat one. So this isn't piano wire. It's like flat. Interesting. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? So, I guess we kind of just put you in here through the back, I guess. Just kind of feed it through. Put a zip tie on it or something to hold it. Good old zip ties. Yeah, right about there is a good length for the Bowden tube, I think. Actually, it might be a little on the long side there. Okay, don't cut that yet. There we go. Oh man, I can hear the wind out there. What's the width and thickness of that flat wire? I'll let you know in a second. Here, I'll get the mic out. The mic's battery is dead. Never mind, we're not using the mic. We're using the vernier. Okay. It is 0.3 millimeters thick. So 0.3 thick and about 3 millimeters wide. So 0.3 by 3. Did I get the end start? No, I need to print an end stop arm for this. I might be able to just put a screw in there or nut or something, but yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta put a zip tie on this so it doesn't move on me. So this we got to cut right about there. Okay, you know what? Actually, what I'm going to do... I seen it. I seen it. Where did I put it? Shoot. Where did I put it? 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 I know I have some. Ha-ha! Ha-ha. I knew I had some. Look, I actually have proper sleeving. Proper sleeving for once in my life. Get in your hole. Come on. Come on. Nope, dang it. Bowden tube is in the way. It fell out. Come on. Okay. Yeah. Getting hand cramps doing this. Getting... There we go. Whew. What color are you planning for your micron? I don't know yet. We still have to print everything for it. So we still got to figure that out. I am open to suggestions, though. I do want to do something different, though. I've got a bunch of ABS on the way. Somebody's sending me a bunch of ABS. So... we'll have a bunch of filament to play with for this, hopefully. I'm slicing my hand up doing this. Lime green and red. At least he didn't suggest Joker colors. Do it in purple and green. Be original. Do a Joker build. I'm the Joker, baby. How am I supposed to cut this? Okay, I guess I cut it like that. I like that. The problem is, I like that color palette too. I like purple and green are a nice color. They pair together well. That's why they go together. It's like blue and orange. The problem is, it's the Joker, baby. It's so like cliche and cheesy, unfortunately, now. There we go. Okay, just gotta get the last little bit of stupid sleeve in here. Ow. Stab myself. That's always fun. And there. I want you to go there so I can put you, and you came out. Too long. Nope. Oh wait, those aren't the right ones. Where do I put my snips? Okay, I don't know where that went. Hopefully it flew away. Okay, and now we get you. I love these sleeves because it makes everything look so good, but they're such a pain to deal with at times, I swear. Like, what's the point of this? It bends forward, but you can't really do anything with it. Okay. It just kind of, I don't know, sits there. Okay. Because I don't want to put the umbilical right to there. That would be too much of a bend to it. So I'm just going to wrap the umbilical there. But anyway, okay. So that's that. So now we got to run our drag chain, or run our cable up through the drag chain in the rear, and then we can plug it in and do some firmware shenanigans. Who's excited for firmware shenanigans? I'm excited for firmware shenanigans. Put a 1 in chat if you're excited for firmware shenanigans. Do you know if VZBot kits are matured plays like the Voron kits? I honestly can't give you an answer. I've only ever built one VZBot kit, and that was like 2 years ago. I will say it was a good kit. But I don't think you... More people make Voron kits, so you have a bigger range with the Voron kits. I don't know how many... I think I used a mellow kit. It was okay, but I think there were some things I had to fix with it, if I remember correctly. I didn't like the stock electronics setup, I believe. Like, I swapped it out to a Kraken, I believe. Okay. Just put you up here for now. That don't really matter. It's just kind of sticky in there, so it's out of the way. Okay, so how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? I got to open all these up so I can feed this through here. How easily can I open these up? Please tell me they open pretty easily. They do! Yay! Also, I know I spoke about it early, or actually, what day is it today? Today is the 23rd. Next Friday. Next Friday is the end of the month stream where we are doing I'm making it so the last Friday of every month is a community stream. So if you want to have something you've been working on that's 3D printing related, can be post-processed, I don't care, but just somewhat 3D printing related. If you want it to be shown off, join the Discord, and in this channel called Look What I Printed, post it, share stuff you've been working on, because the last Friday of every month going forward is going to be a stream where we feature community stuff. I don't know where that Allen key went. That fell and it's gone. Oh well. Oh no, that was a flathead. I needed that. Shit. That wasn't an Allen key. That was my flathead screwdriver. Ah, where'd it fall? Where'd it fall to? Where are you? Uh-oh. Oh, it's gone. I don't see it. I do not see it. I do not see it. Okay. Well, that's a problem. Also, this ground is freezing. Should have another flathead somewhere. Yes, I do. Right here. And then tomorrow night, though, we might be doing a print and chill, because if it's like really cold out here, I'm not going to be out here streaming. But I don't think it'll be that bad in here tomorrow. Just get the heaters going. Okay, how am I going to do this? So unfortunately, I got to pop this off, because I can't open that last one with those umbilicals there. So, uh-oh. At least I didn't break it. Are we on config or print today? Today's config. I just got to run this one wire, plug it in, and then we can power the printer up and start going through and getting everything configurated, printing, hopefully. Just hoping I can... Ah, dang it, this is annoying. Trying to get the umbilical cable through here. Kind of doesn't really want to, though. Okay, so you come out. Don't lose that screw. Open this guy up. Come on. Come on. You got it. There we go. Huzzah. Okay, now I gotta screw this back on. Got a whole room of ambient heaters with the doors open. I'm actually, I have this heater, which is my trusty go-to. This puts out, I think it's like 1300 watts of heat. But then I also have like a Honeywell like ceramic heater that I have pointed at me from the other side of the room for additional heating, because it's kind of required right now. Shoot, I can't see. Oh, really? Oh, that's annoying. Where'd you go? Ah, shit. Where'd you go? Dang it. There's supposed to be a piece with a heat set that fell out. Where'd you go? Are you on the inside there? Where are... Oh, I'm going to have to take this off now. Shoot! Okay, let's see here. The stupid little thing that you're supposed to have that you screw the umbilical into fell, and I don't know where it fell to. So hopefully it's still in here. There it is. How'd you get back there? Oh god, this is gonna be annoying. Sometimes I wonder why we design stuff the same way we do. Ah, frick. Okay. So. Doesn't help when there's a bunch of wires in the way, too. Okay, so you're gonna go there. And you fell out again. Don't you hate it when you're screwing a screw in and you don't know if you actually got it or not? Okay, I think we got it. We're good. There we go. Yeah, I hate it when you're screwing in something and you can't see if you're actually screwing anything in. You're just fitting it and you're like, I hope this is working. I hope this is working. All right, now we put this back on. The benefit of having electricity included in my rent. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you don't have to pay for electricity. I got to pay for electricity. My electricity bills are anywhere from like $200 to $300 a month. So, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, but usually about $200 to $300 a month. Put it this way, I can tell the month I do a lot of 3D printing. This is a 300. This is a 300. When was the last time Clipper did an update that required controller board updating? Because I got a feeling I'm going to have to do that. Hello from Germany. Guten Abend. It's always the Germans that say good morning, just so you guys are aware. Nobody else says good morning or good afternoon. Just the Germans are always like, good morning. Good afternoon. Yeah. Can I fit this through here, or am I going to have to take this off? There we go. Hedge. Hello, hello. French has bonjour and bonsoir. Oui. Mon français n'est pas très bien. Juste un petit peu de français. Parce que je ne peux remember beaucoup de langue de France. There we go. Go. Okay. Now we're going to flip this on its side. Lock that. Lock that. Lock that. that, lock that, lock that. Those are all locked. Tilt. That's where you find out if everything's tight and how bottom heavy your printer really is. There is stuff moving in the extrusions, but that's a future Taylor problem. Okay, so this has to plug into here, which is our breakout board. And then we have all this wonderful extra wire that I will just kind of push there with a little zip tie and move on with my life. Look at that. Perfect. Behold. That's for the camera. That's an Ethernet. Half of this ain't used anymore. E-motor. Oh, we don't have an E-motor anymore. Oh, that's right, because that's the right. What do we even have in here? This is a Big Tree Tech Octopus Pro. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I wonder how much on this I can probably get rid of. Anyways. The joys of using printers that have been rebuilt 20 times for stuff. Okay. So now we can power this up. We're going to have to redo our configuration for this. And we'll probably have to do some updating. We're probably going to have to do a bunch of shenanigans for the updating. Probably, knowing my luck. So, let's grab this. A C14 cable. It's on this side, probably. What toolhead board are we running? Nighthawk. We're running a Nighthawk 36. So it should be pre-flashed. The question is, how old is our clipper install on this machine? Because I haven't used this machine in a while, I'll be honest. Okay, contact. Oh, we got green LEDs on the tool head, so power delivery is delivering power. I don't even know what this is on my network. Screen's not turning on. Is the screen on? Plugged in there and plugged in there. Yeah, no, that's plugged in. Everything's lighting up. Not getting a screen. Let's see, what are we getting here? What are we getting here? What are we getting here? Let's see what's on my network. Space gray frame. This is, they're both, it's a galaxy like cloud gray and red. They're from Sparta 3D. Yeah. Okay, which printer is this? Voron and BTT. Seaboard Trident, Parusa Core 1, Tower. Where are you on my home network? Are you on the home network? LDO V2. You are on the home network, that's why. Copy. Okay. Screen's not working. I'm a little concerned about that. We are on Clipper 12. So it's not horribly out of date. Yeah, there is no Nighthawk. That's, well, actually there is a Nighthawk. 92168. Clipper. Install. Watch the pins be exactly the same. We're probably gonna have to update all the pins. Oh, there's a thermal runaway. Hey, the screen's on too. Okay. So, LDO Nighthawk 36. We mount. So we're gonna need, where's the config? Where is the example config? All right, so we don't need that part. Don't need the end stop. I don't think we're using this at all, that end stop. Run current. Jabberwocky printer config is on the GitHub. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to. What I'm doing is I'm setting it up for the just the hardware, like the PCB stuff. So getting the that all set up, and then we'll go in and adjust values to make it match the Jabberwocky. But essentially, I just wanted to get it to boot up right now and not error out. That's what we're kind of doing. Okay. Sure, Nighthawk. So Jabberwocky toolhead. Sample configs. Nighthawk 36 custom. Oh, here we go. You know what? We'll just use this. Yeah, we'll just use that. So extruder, fan, heater fan, probe, lights. Does this have lights in here? Doesn't have lights. Or the accelerator, or the resonance tester. So we are replacing extruder, fan, and fan. Yeah. Okay, extruder, fan, and fan. So extruder, fan, fan. B, save, restart. Error, where are we erroring? Probe points and resonance tester must be specified. CFG, okay. Nighthawk. Roll PID. Okay. Oh, gotta. Max temp 315. Min extrude temp. Max extrude distance. Okay. The joy's a clipper. It'll tell you when you did it wrong. Sweeping a cell is not valid section. And resonance tester. What? What do you mean sweeping Excel? Sweeping Excel is not valid in section resonance tester. I don't see sweeping. Sweeping Excel is not a valid section in section resonance tester. Do I have resonance tester? Nope, nothing in there. Resonance. ADXL. We're gonna have to update Clipper, I think. Sweeping period. I'll just get rid of all that. Sweeping period. Printer is not ready. Well, it's on. We got LEDs in the tool head. There's white. Okay, so it's like... Ooh, I can make them red. Got red. Go to white. There we go. But there is separate Jabberwocky LED stuff. So we got Jabberwocky LED. Copy. Machine. So let's go in here. And let's get rid of this LED stuff. Because I think it's Nighthawk GPIO. Let me see here. What do they have here? GPIO 7. GPIO 7. So, okay, so let me see here. Based on the stealth burner, this macro requires LED effects to be installed. Use this file for standard setup with logo LED and 2 nozzle LEDs. Or I could just leave it all on white and move on with my life, which I might do. I don't know if I have LED effects installed. And I know that has a pretty big hit in terms of performance, and this only has a Pi 3 in it. So we might just leave it for now. We got LEDs. We got LEDs. Cool. So that's that. That's that. It is, the printer is online. So should I hit the update all button and roll the dice? Because we got some update, we got some outdated stuff. When was the last time I printed on this printer? G-code files. 2024, last year. Over a year ago. That was the last time I printed on this printer, was over a year ago. So let's do an update all and roll the dice. Update all components. I understand the risks. Start update. What could possibly go wrong? What can go right is you win a spool of filament from Polymaker. Every stream we give away a spool of filament from Polymaker. Link in the video description. Go down there, enter for your chance. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And hey, if you want to help support the channel, I create things I do. Consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or gifting memberships to others. Or hey, screw it. Just go buy some gamer subs, use code Canuck, save some money. Oop, waiting for Clipper to connect. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do with this. Because, like, this moves forward, but the problem is there's nothing here. It's like, so how am I gonna... I'm gonna reprint this, because I don't like this. I want to mount for the umbilical, because right now the umbilical doesn't actually have a mount. We're doing updates. Yeah, we got the printer is printing, or correction, the printer, oh, we've already aired out. We're going to have to update some Clipper config stuff. Yeah, we've already aired out. What time is it? We only got like 30 minutes anyways, so. Oh, and buy Gloop? Yeah, buy Gloop. Use code Canuck. What filament brand would you not recommend, if any? I'll be honest, it's hard for me to give you an answer to that, simply for the fact that I don't really buy random filament. I have Polymaker filament. Like 90% of my inventory is Polymaker, Prusament. I got some Sparta 3D, and I got some LDO filament. That's like the majority of my filament. I have like some odd stuff. I have some Ambrosia. I have a couple spools of like other stuff that I've bought over the years that I just haven't run out of. I got some not Sunlu. I got some like stuff I picked up at Breakfast. Just buy good buy good brand name stuff. Okay, if it's a big brand name, like you're probably okay going to like Micro Center and buying like Inland, because that's just white box label Polymaker and a bunch of brands. Same with like Bamboo. Bamboo doesn't make their own filament. They just white label other people's filament. And from my understanding, all the suppliers they use are good quality. So you're not buying Bamboo filament doesn't really buy you anything special. It just buys you some other company's filament with a Bamboo sticker on it. A lot of other companies do that. I know there was a post, somebody on the 3D printing subreddit did like a bunch of research into like what filament is actually what filament. And it's like worst case scenario, it's like some brands are like really like the B stock of another brand, and that's like the worst case. But just buy good name brand stuff. If it's on Amazon and it's like, you know, CYXXXK Fire, whatever random, you know, Amazon fly-by-night company name, and it's $5 a spool, it's probably shit. Or at least, you know, it's a higher jam risk or some other issues. But like, let's be honest, buy Polymaker, buy Filament, just buy good brand stuff when it's on sale. It is, in my opinion, it is better to buy a bunch from a good name brand when it goes on sale and just sit on the stock than it is to just wait till you run out and then buy whatever's cheap. So like, let's be honest, when Polymaker does their like 35% off or whatever sales, you're probably not going to find better filament cheaper kind of thing, right? So just, filament doesn't really go bad. Just keep it in the bag until you need it, and then run it through a dryer if it's been a while. You should always run it through a dryer just to be safe, but just dry it, get a dryer, and just kind of move on with your life. Just stock up when it's cheap, because let's be honest, prices ain't going down anytime soon. So with cheap you get issues, yes. Okay, let's see what is yelling at me now. The goal today, we're not actually trying to set up any of the CNC or the VVD stuff for like that stuff. We'll do that on a separate stream. The goal today is to just get the printer printing, or at least get it moving and homing. Get the printer back up to where it was. Option relative index is not valid section in bed mesh. Okay, so let's go F bed mesh. Relative index is not a valid section. Cool. Save and restart. Oh shoot, I gotta print that stupid end stop. Failed automatic reset of MCU. Restart. Do I have a restart method in it? Copy. Printer.coga. No, we do have that. Okay. That was weird. That was it. That was the only thing that was a funky. Okay. Catch the sales on name brand. Yeah, honestly, if you are new to 3D printing, what I recommend is just like stock up on like black filament. Okay. Because especially if you're into post-processing stuff or painting stuff, like usually what I do, I just have like a lot of generic, like basic colors, black, red, blue, yellow, whatever, like your basic bitch colors. And then maybe a spool here and there of the funky shit. Especially like, I print a lot of practical stuff. I don't print landfill that often. If you print a lot of landfill, then yeah, probably you're gonna have a more varied selection of colors. And boutique filaments like silks. I don't like silk filament. I don't like silk filament. It's gummy. And they basically, you add the stuff that makes TPU flexible to PLA and you make silk filament. And it's got shit layer adhesion. So while the prints look good, if that's the look you're going for, because they're shiny, you have to print at certain speeds to get the shininess out of them. So you can't print fast with them. Otherwise you lose the shininess. It comes out more matte looking. And you get crap layer adhesion. Like even if you print it right, the prints aren't that strong. So I don't have a lot of silk filament. I have a couple spools of it here and there, but I don't like stock it up. So when filament goes on sale, just stock up on the bulk stuff and then pick up the odds and ends when you need it, kind of thing. That's kind of my recommendation. So stepper Z is triggered. Okay, so we're gonna have to figure out our probe here. Because I think our probe is stepper Z and stop. Z probe virtual end stop. So where is probe NHA? Okay, so we gotta fix some stuff here. Okay, so we are not using this probe. Save, close that. $36. We are using this one, which is GPIO 10. So we go down here to probe, Nighthawk. Save and restart. Recycling filament. No real point, I'll be honest, in my opinion. The problem with recycling filament. Okay. So it's reversed of what we had before. So that means we go back to probe. We're going to have to invert the pin. Boom. Seeing Creality's new recycler? Yeah. So how much is Creality's new recycler? I mean, we're almost done what I wanted to get done today. So that's all open. And then when this goes up, I refresh and our end stop's triggered. There we go. So that is that. Let me just double check Y. Okay, that's good. And that's the X. Let's try Y. There we go. So our end stops are good. Let's run a PID on the tool head. Clipper, PID tune. I don't know why I always have to freaking look it up. I think I would remember it by now, but it is what it is. Calibrate heater. Let's heat it to 225. Let's do 225. Actually, I should probably check the fans. Okay, those fans work. Yep, both those fans work. And let's see, the hot end fan works. Yep, that works too. Sweet. Okay, so we're doing a PID of the tool head now. Ooh, that fan's quiet. I like that fan. So yeah, let's take a look. Creality, filament, recycler. Oh, they got a video. Or somebody made a video on it. Creality, make M1 maker and shredder. The first desktop system to recycle from filament. No, this is not the first system. What the hell, Creality? Okay, right off the bat. This is not the first system. These things have been a thing for years. This is not the first system. The first system from Creality, maybe. But this shit has been a thing for a while. It's not a loop. Well, this actually might exist. The loop won't. Let's be honest. And if it does, it won't be what people want. Okay, so desktop filament system, 1 kilogram an hour output. That's not too bad. Recycle to filament custom creations. Okay, 0.05 millimeter tolerance. That's plenty fine for government work. 0.05 millimeter tolerance. If you're just printing, like, especially if you're like doing cosplay and like whatever you're printing is going to get covered in Bondo and sanded and primed and all that shit. Good enough. Good enough. Or if you're just selling like generic artsy shit, good enough. Supported materials. Cool. So it'll do up to 350. All this means, supported materials, all this means is just the temperatures it can do. Also, Hardened nozzle? Who knows? So if you're recycling stuff that is abrasive, you might run into issues. The noise it makes, oh, it'd be loud, it'd be smelly. So that is your filament maker. Extrudes pellets into filament, and there's your shredder. So you put your pellets in there, and then it melts it. Okay, if it automatically does this, so if it's checking, hopefully it's checking the size in there. If it even is checking size, or is it just running on math? Hybrid dry crush, ultra fine granulation. Like, here's the thing. If this works exactly the way you wanted, okay, here is the thing. Here is the thing I think a lot of people don't think about when they think of filament recyclers. Because it's like, oh, hey, I buy a filament recycler, right? I take this one print that I don't need anymore. I throw it in the recycler. Recycler go, brrr, grinds it down, and then I turn it into filament. Great. How much filament do you throw away? Now, I can understand if you got a bamboo farm and your printers are pooping everywhere. It might make sense, okay? I hope you are okay printing with filament of sus quality, because even if you ensure that everything that went in there, because one thing you have to worry about, what filament is this? What filament is this? I found it on the ground. What filament is this? Can somebody tell me what filament this is? Who here can, if I were to give you a benchy printed out of PLA, PETG, Silk PLA, TPU, ABS, and all the other common filaments, if I gave you each one, would you be able to 100% figure out which one's which? Also, it's red. The camera is just blowing it out. It's red. Is it ASA or ABS? Sometimes when you mix different types of filament together, you don't get great results. You don't want to accidentally have some PETG in your PLA and vice versa, or some PLA in your ABS. So, one, you need to ensure that whatever you're making is 100% what you're making. If you were to just throw all your scrap into a bin and then grind it up and mix it up and print with it, you're going to get a horrible result. Now, I could undersee, hey, I run a print farm where I print Mando helmets or whatever, and that's all I do. I have 100 machines, and all they do is print the exact same thing out of the exact same filament all day, every day. I have a 5% fail rate, and I take everything that fails, I grind it up, and I put it back into the farm. That's a use case. But what is the cost to purchase and operate the filament grinder and extrusion line that you purchase? Because you need to be able to recycle enough filament to offset the cost of the filament recycler system and the power draw of the filament recycler system, right? That's the thing. If it's $500, hey, not bad. If it's $2,000, I don't know about you, I could buy a lot of filament for $2,000. And then also, once you've made $2,000 worth of filament on your thing, how is the machine holding up? How is the machine holding up? Do you have to replace stuff? Do you have to fix stuff? Is it still in good condition? Is it a consumable like a lot of other Creality machines, where once you hit a couple thousand hours, you chuck it in and get a new one? Like, you'd be better off refining your workflow to minimize waste than reuse and waste. There is a reason. It is reduce, reuse, recycle. Recycle is a bottom bitch thing. It's at the bottom for a reason, okay? It's at the bottom because it's the least impactful thing. You should be reducing the waste to even begin with. Use lighter support settings. Do you need 2 walls on your support? Could you get away with 1? Could you redesign your parts for FDM? So reorientate your parts. Maybe cut them up into multiple different parts so that you can print 3 parts that don't require support versus printing 1 part that requires a kilogram of support. Like, you can take parts. I've seen, shoot, I should have did it on this part. Let me pull up something here. Chest. Okay. So this was a part I printed for my power armor. Okay. What you could do here is, for parts like this, you could basically like depending on the design of it, if you have like something unsupported that you need to support, this actually isn't a good model for it. Let me back. Let's do the back. Okay. No, that's not it. Back. Okay. So say you want to print this, right? Is this even a good one? No. I'm trying to think. What you could do is basically put sacrificial layers. So say you had to print something in air. Okay, so say you have something in air, okay, and you want to print. So you have to build support up to it. But say the part has, you know, something vertical here and something vertical here. What's to stop you from just putting a 0.2 millimeter layer right across that and just bridge it? Just put a couple bridge layers. Just have like a part that's 0.6 millimeters thick or something, just right across, just a thin flat piece. And then you just cut it out. I've seen Willow Creative does that when she does some of her cosplay prints, where basically you design in sacrificial layers that are bridges essentially. You can easily add it in Windows 3D Builder. So let me see, what would be a good example? I'm trying to think of like something that would be a good example. Because usually it's something on like internal parts. Trying to think of a part. Helmet body. That's the Mando. I don't know. But essentially, there are ways that you can reduce the amount of support needed. There are ways you can, you know, turn on brim. Because guess what? If you have 20 machines printing helmets and one helmet fails because it starts to warp, how much is the waste of having 20 printers going with one layer of brim around each part, or throwing away one entire helmet, right? Near your droid top had it. Okay, then droid top had it then. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there is a reason it's reduce, reuse, which you can't really do in 3D printing because you have to remanufacture, and then recycle. So reuse and recycle. So reuse is like, you know, oh, I used my pop bottle, and then I turned my pop bottle into filament that I used to print this Benchy. That's reusing, okay? So that is a little bit closer than grinding up filament in terms of recycling, but recycling is like at the bottom. There's a reason it's reduce, reuse, recycle. You know, glass bottles could be reused, right? There's a reason when you bring your bottles back to the beer store, they give you money. There's a reason when you bring aluminum to a recycling center, they give you money. It is worth doing that. Nobody gives you money for paper because it's not worth recycling paper. There's a reason you, like a lot of plastics, you don't get paid for because it's not worth recycling a lot of plastics. The increased cost and complexity of taking a bunch of and sorting, there's a reason, you know, recycling is not profitable outside of very slim scenarios. Okay, so that's done. What's that? Say control. Okay, whatever. I'll just copy these in. Whatever. Copy my PID values machine. Nighthawk. Put my PIDs there. PID KP. Good enough. Consider grinding and re-extruding more in the reuse. So here's the thing: if you were serious about regrinding filament, what you would want to do, because even in industrial scenarios where you're regrinding filament, or regrinding waste parts or under extruded parts or whatever, you never use 100% reground. It's usually like 80% virgin material and 20% reground, or even less, like 10-15%. So what you would want to do is have a ratio of new filament, new pellets to ground pellets. And if you're wondering, MG94 resin, let's see. So how much is MG94 resin? Security risk, let's not go there. Let's go to Sabic. Let's load up Sabic. Come on, Sabic, load up. Reuse more like having Gridfinity, and instead of trashing a whole drawer organizer, you can just... I am sorry, am I like the only one in the world who's not sold on Gridfinity? I have no desire to print hundreds of little parts for my drawers when I can just, you know... This was like 10 minutes on a laser. This was 10 minutes on a laser. Like, I don't know, Gridfinity has just never been something that... I know some people are like hardcore about Gridfinity, but it's like never really been a... I don't know. So MG94, this is a really good ABS for resin. How much is it? I want to know how much it is. So there's... But like, here you go. These are all the different grades. They have 50 grades of MG94 resin for making ABS filament. There are 50 grades of just this one type of resin. How do you know the PLA parts that you printed in Polylite PLA, when you grind them up, will be fully compatible with the PLA parts from, you know, Amazon White Label and the PLA parts from Prusament? Right? Like when you grind it all up and then you extrude that filament, one, you're getting like a greenish brown color most of the time. And two, you have no idea of the mechanical properties. Now, again, if you're just printing artsy shit, who cares? Right? But if you're trying to print something that's any sort of like stable, you need to ensure the properties of what you're printing. You start getting into that sus world. Does anyone sell? I just want to see what the bulk price of it. Like, here you go. So like Phil Estruder sells 1 pound of MG94 ABS for $5 US. So what, $12 a kilogram US for this. So $12 a kilogram for the pellets. I'm sure you could buy it cheaper if you buy it in bulk, but you have to find somewhere that sells it in bulk. On Alibaba, it's about $12 a kilogram. If you buy over 1,000 kilograms, though, it's $8.36 Canadian. So you're looking at like $5-6 US a kilogram if you buy over 1,000 kilograms from China. So like if you were serious about making your own filament, if you were super serious, if you ran a print farm and like everything you printed was black ABS or whatever, like you didn't have to worry about colors, at a certain point, you would be talking to companies for bulk purchasing instead of buying filament on Amazon. You would be hitting up Polymaker. Is Polymaker? Wow, I've said Polymaker so many times, the word's lost meaning. You'd be hitting up Polymaker and be like, hey, what's a bulk price on 503 kilogram spools of ABS, right? You'd be buying, but you would be purchasing it in bulk. Maybe at that point, it would kind of make sense to actually buy a filament extrusion line and buy like a Gaylord of resin at a time, like 1,000 pounds of resin at a time. But it's very like, at home filament production is very niche. It is very niche. I don't personally know anyone who has actually gotten the machines and use them regularly. I know 3D printing YouTubers that have gotten the machines for free and they don't really use them because it's such an involved process, and it's a lot of work for a variable quality reward. So would do it for fun. I would do it. Like if a company reached out and if Creality reached out and wanted to send me that, I would take it and we'd have some fun with it. But I wouldn't be, making, crazy Canucks filament and selling it out of my garage. As a print farm. Yeah, that's the thing. Like you have to have a very good need. Most of us aren't printing as much as like some of these print farms. Like I don't print that much. I go through spurts. Like last year, I think, let me check. How much Polymaker filament did I go through last year? They sent me an email. Polymaker sent me an email with how much Polymaker. Shoot. No, I want to see inbox. No, those are all set. Filament winner, filament what? Shoot, those are all filament winners. Year 20. Oh, here we go. My 2025 unspooled. 90 kilograms. I got 90 kilograms of filament from Polymaker last year, and I probably went through 2/3 of it, maybe. A bunch of it printing stuff. And that's not even the Gundam. The Gundam was 50 kilograms. 50 spools. We would all buy crazy Canuck filament line. Even teaching tech. I mean, teaching tech stopped doing YouTube altogether. Gave up on filament production. He gave up on YouTube. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. The trends for 3D printing YouTuber aren't the greatest right now. There's a reason I'm trying to move away from just 3D printing stuff and move on to project stuff. Okay, so I gotta print something because I can't use the end stop on here. I can't home this machine. Did somebody link it to me? I could have sworn somebody linked it. No. Okay, there's a little printed add-on that goes onto this so that it can hit the end stop for the X. Printables. Is TT fully retired or just going part-time? I don't know. Like, I'll be honest, I'm kind of looking for a job right now. The problem is I'm trying to find something that's kind of open schedule. Or, like, I doubt I'll find work for home because I don't do white collar stuff. So I doubt I can find a work from home job. It's not high on the priorities, but like, I know the writing on the wall with my YouTube channel. I'm not hiding it. But it's like, I would never quit YouTube. It would be nice to find like a more guaranteed source of income because of the way YouTube's changing. Everyone's getting hit on YouTube right now. It sucks. So chaotic. How do you spell chaotic? Chaotic lab. You don't have Discord access? Well, click the link below. Here we go. I think this is it. Is this what I need? No, mine doesn't look like that. Maybe that is mine? Oh. Mine doesn't look like that back there. I think I have a V1. Yeah, I think I have the V1 one. Yeah, that's V2 too. Yeah, mine are vertical. My two holes are vertical. Shoot. I mean, let me see how much. No, I can't just. I might actually have to design something here. I might actually have to design something. Shoot. That's a bit annoying. Yeah, because the carriage is right there. I just have to have something there. Don't think I have. Try one word. Okay. Oh, here we go. Tap mount V2. Extruder arm for PCB end stop. Oh, this might work. That'll work. That should work, I think. Yeah, I can make that work. That'll work. You'll drop the link in Discord in a second. Google what? Chaotic Lab Tap V1 X extender. What is this? The heck is that? I don't think that's it. Drop the link in Discord. X carriage center, tool head sensor fixing seat, XY switch adapter. That's V2. I don't have a V2, I have a V1. I mean, I could figure out how to mount it. I'm pretty sure there is a way for me to mount it to this thing. Sure, I could figure it out. Andrew Rogers, $10. Cheers and appreciated. Yeah, this is V2. I don't have a V2. The V2 is 3 years old. Damn. I mean, what I could do is I'll just download it, and then if I need to, if we need to, I'll just modify it. Yeah, I'll have to modify it, I think. Let me... What's with the magnet? Oh, if you had a Hall effect. Yeah, I'd have to modify that, I think. Yeah. I mean, it won't be too hard. I'll just print this, and then I'll just go from there and figure it out. Shoot. Yeah, I have the V1 tap, so mine is different. Magnet bracket, sensor fixing, tool head mount plate, yeah. It's carriage center, bracket, yeah, no, these are right. Yeah. Okay, tap tool revise. Tap extender. Oh, there we go. Wait, what's this? Wait a minute. How does that... Oh, the end stop's on the carriage. Oh, they have the end stop on the carriage. See, I have the mount for mounting the end stop on the carriage, and I would mount the end stop on the carriage because it would save time, but I have no extra end stops on here to actually plug in because there's filament runout sensors using them on this. So I can't do that. Shoot. So in that case, I guess we'll use this little guy. Download that. Yeah, whatever. I'll just print both of these and whatever one works. We'll go from there. Because this one's pretty simple. That just mounts to that one there, and then it just goes click. Did I miss a reason not to do sensorless? I already have the XY end stops already set up. I already have the end stops set up, and sensorless is not as reliable. Especially considering, even though this only is one tool head, just in case I ever have to rehome mid-print for whatever reason, rehome the X and Y mid-print, it's more accurate, it's more repeatable. So, plus it's already set up, like it's already, the config's already set up. We're using an already set up machine. CNC tap and stop paddle. Okay, let's try this. Nothing. I'll install that. Well, that's V2. We don't have a V2. We have a V1. Don't like this site, but I'll check it anyways. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Okay, we'll just print these and whatever one works. Slice now. The V2? The V2 won't work. If it's for the V2, it won't work because the V2 mounts are different. Actually, this might work. Oh no, because this one has the arm still. I don't have the little mod. Also, yeah, this is the V2. This is the V2. Yeah, see this bracket arm? I don't have that. Because I don't have the original kit that came with it. I don't know where it went. It was years ago. So I took it off a printer. I never needed it, and it's gone. So, like, I'll take a look in my parts bin downstairs to see if it's down there. I doubt it. If I do have it, I'll put it on. But, yeah, we'll just print these. Core 1-1. Set ready. Print now. There we go. Whew. So, that's pretty good. I mean, it kind of sucks. I wish I could just, you know... Actually, you know what? Can I just cheese this? We're just gonna cheese this. We're gonna cheese this. We're gonna cheese this. Who wants cheese? I like cheese. How long of a screw do I need? Well, will you work? Too long. 35 is too long. Don't step on the power cable. Yeah, we're totally cheesing this. Oh yeah, that'll work. Grab a nut. So luckily, I know I don't have a close-up camera set up. There is an end, or there's a screw on the carriage that lines up. It's on the same Z level as the end stop. So essentially, I'm just going to put a long screw in there that's sticking out the back. And hopefully it doesn't become a problem. That might be too long. Okay, 1 second here. Where's my little adjustable wrench so I can tighten this? Ow! Stab myself. So smart. So smart. Allen key. Hee. This is annoying. There we go. YOLO. Okay, let's do a proper home. I'm just gonna leave that screw. Screw the parts. Screw the parts. I'm just gonna leave the screw in there. I'll take a picture of it and post it on the Discord. It works so good. Okay, QGL. At a thread locker. I put a nut on the back and I tightened it. So it should be good. I may have to play around with XY positioning. I don't think it'll be a huge issue. This printer is quiet. The Z on this printer is really quiet. I gotta figure out what settings I have on this and copy them because they're actually really nice. There we go. Okay, do your thing. I'm just like, what part of we're gonna have to decad something? Nah, dog. I'm just gonna shove a screw in there and put a nut on it. That's enough to hit an end stop, right? Like literally, that's all it is. It's just a screw sticking out of the back. Trying to get a picture of it. Yeah. Oh, I got my electricity bill. Oh God. Oh, it's not too bad. 280 bucks. Speaking of electricity bill, $280. Oh, how much power did I use? How much power did I use? View my current bill. I used 1,700 kilowatt hours. I don't know if 1,700 kilowatt hours is a lot. But I use 1,700 kilowatt hours. Well, just doing QGL, which is taking a moment because it's right out to lunch. Like anytime you do a QGL on a printer after you've rebuilt it and you haven't like manually trammed your gantry, you know it's a mess. Yeah. So all I did was this screw. By the way, I figured out, I reprinted the plastic part. The plastic part is supposed to screw in from the back. So I have this screwed in with a nut to lock it in place, and now the head of the screw hits the end stop. So that's how that works. Easy peasy. My cord's still for stealth burner? Probably. It's probably stealth burner. So I'm gonna have to, I mean, there is no offset because it's tap. It's a nozzle thing. Or actually, no, it is stealth burner. It would be stealth burner, but it'd be stealth burner with still a tap. So it should still be pretty consistent. Like, what are we at right now? What are we at right now? So, oh, I still have it set up to drop the current when it does homing. Okay, we're good. We are 0.0075. I can live with 0.0075. Let's do a bed mesh. So we got for bed mesh, and then we'll do the giveaway. So it's going to take a while. I had flaky on QGL with A4T until I realized the cords were not good. Yeah. Yeah, if it takes too many times and it starts failing, then something's right off. So. My highest AC was 700 kilowatt hours. Oof. 17, yeah, 17. Well, it's 17, it's not 17 kilowatt hours, it's 1700 kilowatt hours. It's 1697 kilowatt hours. So last month was around 1400. This time last year was 2000 kilowatt hours. But we got a new furnace, and I have the garages insulated this year. I put more insulation in the ceiling, so I'm not losing as much heat out of the garage as I did before. So that's why I can get away with just a little heater. I actually have it somewhat insulated finally in the attic. Okay, we're gonna do the giveaway at 1:15. At 1:15, we're gonna do the giveaway because wife's heading to work, and I gotta get the little guy up from school. More power than a small island. Don't use that much power. How much do I even pay for power? So my peak rates are 20 cents a kilowatt hour, and my off-peak rates are 10 cents a kilowatt hour. So for 933 kilowatt hours costs you $382. What? That's expensive. Yeah, right now, if you want to know the rates, and I'm Canadian, so Canadian dollars, it is, Canadian pennies. 20 cents a kilowatt hour on peak and 9.8, so 10 cents off peak. Yeah. Yeah, 1700, like, you got to think, like, the Venture XL is cranking with 4 beds when that's printing. If I'm playing games, which I played a lot of Cyberpunk this month, I got put like 200 hours into Cyberpunk or actually probably about 160 hours into Cyberpunk. So my RTX 3090 was cranking during that time. So 34 cents a kilowatt hour. Oof. Powered. Oh yeah. Like let me see what my power delivery costs are. Yeah. So my entire bill, just for the record, just so you guys are aware. So $280 is my monthly bill for power for this month. That is what period is that? That is December 17th to January 17th. Is $280 Canadian. $213 of that is the actual electricity, and then $89 of that is delivery charge. So $213 is electricity costs, $90 is delivery charge, $10 is a regulatory charge, $40 is tax, and then I get an Ontario electricity rebate of $73 off. So, yeah. You're 20 Yankee Doodle cents, so you're paying more. I'm paying 20 cents Canadian for peak. Off peak, it's like half of that. So at night, I gotta start doing printing at night. I gotta stop running my printers during the day and just run them at night. 26 British pennies per kilo. So that's like double. British pounds is like double Canadian price. So like $1 Canadian is like $1 British pound. One quid is like $2 Canadian. Charge batteries at night. Yeah, charge batteries at night. Use them during the day. Isn't that what people use their Teslas for? The power walls. Isn't that what you use power walls for? You're tapping. Yeah, it's all default. This is whatever like the default tap settings are. Because here's the thing. Once you have a bed mesh save, you just call it up every print. Because your bed is always gonna, if you heat your bed to 100 degrees, let it sit 20 minutes, and then do it tomorrow, and then do it a week from now, odds are it's gonna flex the same amount every time. So all you do is you do your QGL or your bed tramming on a Trident, and you just load up your pre-saved bed mesh, and that's it. You don't need to bed mesh it every time. You just load the pre-saved one. That's what I do for all my printers. I do a QGL at the beginning of the print and I just load the bed mesh. So the QGL trams the gantry to the bed and then you just load the bed mesh. And maybe, I don't know, if you print a lot, every couple months, rerun the bed mesh and save it. So take your time, do a nice, slow, high detailed bed mesh. Yeah, if you're using a beacon probe or a cartographer or any eddy current probe that can do the bed really quick, you might as well. Especially if you have a big printer like the Venture XL, I do a bed mesh every time, obviously. A camp one, so it's an adaptive one. But I still do one every time. But on like these printers, I don't bed mesh every time. There's no point. The bed is always gonna warp the same every time. 375 a month in Ontario, but I have an electricity baseboard heater. Yeah, electric baseboard heaters. So normally what I do, after the stream ends, when it's like this cold out, I leave this on low so my garage doesn't freeze. So I don't have my printers drop below 0. So as soon as the stream's done, I put that on low and I turn off my additional heater. And then usually if the weather's calling for it not dropping below 0, I don't leave this on. I turn it off completely. And then about 2-3 hours before the stream goes on, I come out, I turn it on high, and I'm good. Right now, because it's so cold, I'm running an additional small heater for some additional heat, but I'm turning that off as soon as it's only on when the stream's on. So it's not that bad. What time is he? I'm Eastern time. So for me, it's 1:15. So we're going to be doing a giveaway right now. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, do it right now because we're going to do the giveaway right now. You got like, I'll give you one minute. 1 minute. We're going to be doing the giveaway for some Polymaker filament. It's chilly. My feet are cold. My feet are cold. Oh, are we done? Okay, let's take a look at the bed mesh. Let's just take a look at the bed mesh and then we'll. So what do we got? Highest point to lowest point is 0.37 millimeters. So it's high in the middle. The bed is cold though. The bed is 17 Celsius. So we'll get the printer enclosed, we'll heat it up, and we'll do a proper bed mesh. Because right now it's just loosey-goosey. Also, this might be affecting it. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Link to sheet, published, no more responses. So don't forget, tomorrow, video on the channel. It'll be up tomorrow morning. But if you don't want to wait till tomorrow morning, if you are a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or you become a channel member or Patreon supporter, or you're lucky and somebody gives you a sub between now and tomorrow, hint, hint, you'll be able to view it right now. Well, after the stream ends. Because it'll be out tomorrow. But it's up early for channel supporters. So if you're a member of the Only Benchy Yacht Club, early videos. Okay, names, clear, open. Names, we got 223 people. Random, bots, 223. Play. You have it meshing before every print. You already watched it. Yeah, it was like the kind of video. Those are the kind of videos I like doing, where I just talk. I hate overly produced videos or videos that just sound like an ad. Although a company did reach out to me and they want to do an ad spot in a video, and I'm going to do it because I need the thing they have. So it's going to suck for my wife because now she doesn't know what to get me for my birthday. Because she's like, I'm going to get you this for your birthday. And I'm like, yeah, a company wants to give me one of those. So who is this? So how this works is every stream, somebody gets a spool of filament from Polymaker if you win. But Keith right here, if Keith wins, he gets a free hat along with the spool of filament. So good luck. Tinker Steve gifted 10 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. Thank you. Remember, like the smash button, ring the bell, and be subscribed to the channel. It will grease your ball up and make it go even faster. And if you exclamation mark zoom zoom, it makes it ball go faster. And if you put exclamation mark gullible, it makes all the other balls go slower. And if you gift memberships during this period, it increases your luck by 10%. But of course, luck is an intangible value, so does it really do anything? I don't know. You'll have to find out. But Damascus Everglades is in the lead. That is some Xbox account random name generator type name. Damascus Everglades. I'm just happy this thing's working. So we'll have to faff around. We'll have to get the LEDs working a little bit better so we actually have some proper colors. So that means the next stream we do with this, we'll be able to play with the VVD. So that'll be fun. Ooh. It's gonna be China Drum or Damascus. China Drum or Damascus. China Drum. China Drum 304. So congratulations, China Drum. You have won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. Golf claps in chat, everyone. Golf claps in chat. Whew, it is chilly. If tomorrow is cold, which it's gonna be, tomorrow's night stream will probably be an inside stream. We'll probably do a nice little Saturday night print and chill or something, because it is cold out. It is cold out, and I'd rather be doing a late night stream in the basement where it's nice and warm, instead of freezing out here. Also, if you want an update, the 3D printed shoes are still holding up, but barely. They are, we are getting some pretty gnarly delamination on these things. So if you don't know what these are, if you went to 3D Printopia, Big Tree Tech had these shoes on display showing off their Morphlexx filament. And after the show, they gave me the shoes. I have been wearing these every single live stream that I have done since October. So every live stream I've done since October, I've been wearing these 3D printed shoes, and I've been wearing them around the house because usually I put them on before stream and then I just kind of leave them on because they're actually, no joke, these are the comfiest slippers I've ever had. These things are comfy as shit. I love them. The problem is they're falling apart. The left shoe is fine, or the left shoe isn't as bad. The left shoe, we're still having some layer delamination, and some cracking. The discoloration is from my jeans. My jeans are turning these slightly blue, and then the bottoms are like, there's a screw embedded in it. But no joke, these are like the comfiest slippers I've ever had. Repairable with soldering iron? No, because it just delaminates like one layer over. I tried gluing it. I tried using some like E6000 to glue up some of the cracks, and it just splits somewhere else. So shout out to Big Tree Tech. They've been holding up, but it's like, you see people doing videos on 3D printed shoes all the time, but you don't see the follow-up video from them wearing them daily. You notice that? You don't really see the follow-up videos. You go, hey, look at my cool 3D printed shoe. I can print a shoe on my bamboo. But you never see, like, 6 months later how they're doing. So I don't think Gloop works on Morphlexx. Like, yeah, there's some pretty big layer delamination in this. I'm gonna have to actually try and fix that. That's gonna start. Like I have ABS and PETG gloop. And actually I do have some PLA gloop. Shoe goo. I mean, I do actually have shoe goo. The problem is too, once you how do you gotta like somehow compress it while the glue dries. I'll try gluing it back together because I really do like these. Also, the heel is collapsing from the whole shoes have collapsed about 1/2 inch. Like the internal geometry on the sole has like collapsed. Like I used to be higher on these. They used to like spring me up higher. They don't have they've lost their springiness. It's like a, you know, it's like a pillow, right? You know, you get a pillow, it's nice and comfy and, you know, fluffy, and then like, you know, a year later it's all collapsed and it's not as big and fluffy anymore. That's these shoes, but they're still comfy. They're nice and broken in. So okay. So China Drum, email on the way. Okay. Missed the intro. Was that layered adhesion or by design? What do you mean layered adhesion? Like the shoes falling apart? I don't know. What do you mean layered adhesion or by design? But anyways, printer is working now, so that is good. So the next stream we do with this will be hooking up the VVD, because I want this to be able to basically, I'll be able to swap between a VVD and a box turtle, because I want to try out both. So we got to get the machine set up. So we'll put all the VVD stuff in one config, and then we'll put all the box turtle stuff in another config, and then I can just turn on or off whatever one I need. But I think that's a good spot to stop. We did the giveaway. So shout out to LDO Motors. They provided the Jabberwocky kit for this. Also big shout out to, you know, we haven't put it on yet, the Big Tree Tech and LDO for the VVD and the box turtle as well. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for all of them and more in the video description. Some of them, like the Gamer Subs link, Gloop, Luke's Lab, use code Canuck, save some money. And for those that donate to the channel, gifted membership sellers, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. Remember, if you are a channel supporter and a member of the Only Benchy Yacht Club, tomorrow's video is out early for you. Link in the Discord or on YouTube or Patreon. And then, yeah, it's going to be a cold weekend. Be safe out there. Drive safe. Bundle up. Go get a bag of kitty litter, put it in your trunks in case you get stuck. Stay warm, be safe, wash your hands, and I will see you tomorrow night. Good night.